Wanted to cover a small topic to do with the grouping tool. Um, Generally, when we insert columns, we generally will go and insert these specifically and insert them wherever we need them. But the grouping tool, which is this icon here, circle, line and rectangle, gives us a couple of other options. The first thing it does is it allows us to bring in groups in particular arrangements, either in a circle, a rectangle or along a line, which can be useful to go in and get a number of columns into a design in one go. But one of the common problems that we come across is that for some reason we have inserted some columns at a particular height. In this case they're at 6 meters, and let's say the planners have come back and said yes, they don't want 6, they want a lower mounting height, they want 5s for example. So we could go through individually and select each column and right click on it, go down and reduce the mounting height and so on and so forth, and then close that and then go to the next one. But within the grouping tool we have the facility to create what are called user-defined groups, and to use this we simply select the user-defined group and then we drag a rectangle around any columns that we want to include in that. Should point out at this point that masts are already a group of more than one lantern, minimum of 2, but typically could be anything up to about 50 if you go to a high mast with floodlight aiming. So that it is not possible to include those in groups at the moment anyway. So having done that, we can remove certain lanterns from the group which may already be at the height that is desired, so we're just dealing with all the A's in this case. And we can then go do things to that. So we can tick the box here for height, and we can reduce the mounting height. So all of those columns that are within the spider are now reduced in mounting height. What I can do is go and add to that group all the columns in the design, and so all of those are now reduced in mounting height. We can do the same thing with tilt. So let's say for example you want them at 2.5 degree tilt for some reason, then we can do that as well. But also, and rather usefully, if you want to vary the lighting at some point in the evening, so let's say you want to dim the lighting to 75% of output, we can actually go take a look at that and see what that actually means in terms of lighting levels. We can also take a number of lanterns. Let's just remove those few up at the top there, let's remove those few over there, and let's remove those there. I'm going to go back into here, I'm going to create a new lantern. So let's say you want to change it from one lantern to another. So let's say you want to go to say that optic. So I can now go back into this group, right click on the circle to select the group, tick the box, and I can change all of those to C's. Now what that now means is that all of the original A's lanterns that I specified as a micro luma in this case is now there, and I can go back and play around with those with other distributions that are available for that particular lantern, and see if anything else does the job that might be perhaps better price, or it might be available now whereas the other one wasn't, and so on. So we can go play around with those. Now if at some point we decide that actually that's not really doing it for us, we can still go back into here, go back into the group, and then change all those back to A's again. So that's a real quick overview of the grouping function. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, drop an email to support@lightingreality.com or tweet me at nicksmith1246. Thanks, and see you again.